Guys, I am honestly at a complete loss for words right now. And the reason why I'm at such a loss for words here is if you come up to me last year when I first started this channel and asked me, hey Rohan, do you ever think in your lifetime you're gonna hit 1,000 subscribers? I would definitely have told you no. And the reason why I would have said no is because this is actually not my first channel on YouTube. As some of you may or may not know, I had a collab channel before this, and that channel honestly just went absolutely nowhere. So my expectations coming into this whole YouTube thing were really not that high. My attitude was sort of something like, I'll try this out for a few months, and it's probably not going to work out, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it a shot and just see where it goes. But by some stroke of luck and by some sort of divine intervention, I have somehow come as far as I have. And one thing I really want to stress here, guys, is the fact that I've hit 1,000 subscribers, the fact that I've hit this amazing milestone on its own is meaningless. Ultimately, 1,000 subscribers is just another number. It's just another statistic. What means a lot more to me is the fact that it indicates just how awesome a community I have. Because I honestly like to think that my community is one of the best communities on YouTube. Even though we're not as big compared to other communities, I like to think that you guys are one of the best communities on YouTube. And I feel like all I ever get on my videos are super positive and super supportive comments, and I honestly just cannot thank you guys enough for that. So I guess what I'm trying to say here is the fact that I've hit 1,000 subscribers is meaningless on its own. What means more to me is the fact that it indicates just how awesome you guys are in general. So thank you so much for that. And before getting into the actual updates, which I swear I will get into eventually because this is a freaking update video, so if I didn't do channel updates, it would be pointless. But anyways, before getting into the updates, there's one more thing that I want to talk about here. And what I want to discuss is this sort of strange existential crisis that I've been having with regards to YouTube over the past few days. Because as I'm sure you guys noticed, this video is a little bit late. I hit 1,000 subscribers like a couple days ago, and I really did mean to get up this video then, but I had a couple of, I guess, issues. And I'm going to go ahead and explain that right now. So when I first hit 1,000 subscribers a couple days ago, I was honestly so happy. And as I said, I wasn't necessarily so happy about the milestone so much as what that milestone meant and the awesome community that I've built up, that we have built up on YouTube. And I was really happy about that. And later that day, I remember I was, browsing around YouTube, and I actually just started checking out some larger YouTubers' channels. I started browsing around their channels, watching their videos, and there was one YouTuber in specific, and I'm not going to mention names here because I just don't want to do that, but there was one YouTuber in specific who had millions of subscribers that I was checking out, and it really scared me what I saw on that channel. And the reason why it really scared me is because I was scrolling through the comments, and I did not see a single response to a single comment from that YouTuber. And I am not calling out this YouTuber at all. I'm not calling out anyone here, but it really scared me to see that. And the reason why it really scared me to see that is because I sort of started thinking to myself, it's already such a struggle for me to stay in touch with my community. It's already such a struggle for me to respond to comments as I do. So what if I got so big? And I'm not saying that this is guaranteed because I'm never the kind of person who likes to talk about this, getting bigger and stuff like that. But what if I got so big that I lost touch with my community, that I couldn't respond to comments? And people have been telling me recently, oh, Roshank, you're getting so big, I hope you don't lose touch with your community. And that has honestly really been scaring me. And I had this sort of strange existential crisis. Now, I was really thinking to myself, like, hey, is there any way I could just stop growing? Is there any way I could hit like a stop button and just, stop growing my channel? Because I love this community as it is. I love the community so much right now that I have. And I honestly, I can't say I could possibly wish for more. I feel like I know all of my subscribers on almost a personal basis. I feel like I've had conversations with each and every one of you. We've talked about so many amazing things. And all of you who are YouTubers that watch my videos, I've been able to watch and comment on all of your videos. And that is just so cool to me. I feel like we have such a close-knit community. And I feel so close to all of my subscribers that it really just scared me watching some bigger YouTubers videos and just seeing how out of touch some of them were with their community. And I was kind of sad for some time. I was like, I don't really know if I want to grow anymore. Can I just like stop growing or something like that? Can I just stop all this? But guys, after thinking about it for a while, I changed my mind pretty drastically. And I'll tell you what, guys, I really do want to grow bigger. But the reason why I want to grow bigger is not what you think. Obviously, there's the component of me wanting to share my content with others. And obviously, everyone derives joy from, other people watching their videos and complimenting them and liking their videos. But there is a bigger reason why I want to grow bigger. And this bigger reason is not going to be what you guys think. And what I'm about to say is going to sound really childish. It's going to sound really naive. And it's going to sound really idealistic. You guys are definitely going to make fun of me for it. You guys are going to say, Rohan, there's no way you could ever do something like that. But I honestly believe in what I'm about to say. So I'm going to say it nonetheless. Now, I really don't like to talk about my personal life in these videos because personal life is, of course, personal, but I do want to discuss it a little bit here because it is pertinent to the discussion at hand. Now, in my life, I've gone through a ton of problems with regards to my family, and our family has honestly faced a ton of crises and has suffered a lot. And one mistake that we all made is that we did a terrible job of supporting one another, and that honestly just sort of created a hateful environment for us. And luckily now I have a great relationship with the rest of my family. Luckily we were able to learn from our mistakes, and now I have a great relationship with both my parents and with my sister. But in the past, we just did a terrible job of supporting one another, and because of that, I know how it feels to be just totally lonely in this world and to have no support and to be in the middle of just a super hateful environment and a super hateful community. And while I have stressed time and time again that I think the YouTube community isn't as bad and as hateful as people think, there is still a ton of hate on the YouTube community. There's still a ton of dislike, and the YouTube community is honestly not the most supportive place. And like I said, what I'm about to say is going to sound really childish, but I want to change that. I want to do all I can to change this community and to make it a nicer, a better, and a more supportive place. And do I really think that I can make a huge difference? No. I don't think I can make a massive difference because ultimately I'm just some guy and I can't do all that much on my own. But I do feel like I can make a 0.0000001% difference, and because I feel like I can make that difference, you bet I'm gonna try to. And like I said, I know this sounds super idealistic, guys, but YouTube is just not the most supportive place on the planet. Every day I see so many people putting tons of work into their channel, putting tons of work, spending hours on end making videos and just seeing absolutely nothing come out of it. And I can't say I necessarily know how that feels with regards to YouTube because I have experienced a decent amount of success on this channel. I don't consider myself to be huge, but I have experienced a decent amount of success. But I know how it feels to put a ton of work into something and to just not have it pan out from other things in life. And it is never a good feeling. And that is why I want to get bigger and I want to continue YouTube, guys. I really want to grow, and the reason why I want to grow is because I want to make a positive impact on this community. I want to make it a more supportive place. I want to make it a better place, and I want to do all I can to make YouTube just a less hateful environment, to make it a more likable environment in general. And like I said, I don't think I can make a big difference, but I think I can make a small difference, and you bet I'm gonna try and do that. So that, guys, is the primary reason why I honestly really do want to continue growing on YouTube, because I really do want to make a positive impact on this community. And I feel like with our awesome community, not just me alone, with our awesome community, we can hopefully change YouTube just a little bit for the better. So I hope you guys are with me on that, and I hope you guys are okay with that message and that mission, I guess you could say, in the future. And quickly here, I want to go back to the issue of me losing touch with my community. I decided, when I saw those YouTubers, when I saw them completely out of touch with their community, it initially scared me, but the more I thought about it, the more I realized that me being in touch with my community is not a matter of how big I am. No matter how big I get, if I put the effort in and if I have the dedication, I will always stay in touch with my community. It's not a question of me growing bigger. It's a question of, do I have the dedication and do I have the hard work to stay in touch with my community? So my vow here, guys, my vow to you is no matter how big I get, I will always stay in touch with my community, and I will always make sure that I know as many of you as I can on a personal level as things are now. My promise to you guys is that the current tight-knit community that we have is not going to change no matter how much I grow. So I hope that's okay, and I hope that you guys can support me with moving on with my channel. Okay, so now that all that mushy crap is over, let's go ahead and move on to the updates here, because there are some updates that I want to mention. And the first update is that I want to revamp Shoutout Sunday. First of all, the first change that I want to make on my channel here is I want Shoutout Sunday to be the biggest series on my channel. I've said in the past that Shoutout Sunday has kind of been my favorite series on my channel, and I kind of have a soft spot for it, but from now on, officially Shoutout Sunday is the most important thing on my channel, bar none. It's more important than my Fallout series, Pokemon series, anime and manga. It's more important than everything, and the reason why I'm going to make this more important than everything is because I value dedication to community above anything else. And I was just talking about how I want to make YouTube a better place, and this Shoutout Sunday series I feel like is a good way to make YouTube a better place. But the problem is, my Shoutout Sunday series right now is honestly not that great. I don't really like it that much personally, and the reason why I don't like it that much is because all I do is I talk over pictures, and that's honestly not very creative. In terms of the quality of the video, it could honestly be a lot better. So over the coming weeks, I'm going to be looking to revamp Shoutout Sunday. Sunday, and it might take a while for me to actually revamp and implement some of the changes I have in mind, simply because I'm working right now and I do have a couple weeks left of work. But the second that I get off work, I'm going to get working on that immediately. And one thing that I really want you guys to do for me here is in the comments, I want you guys to leave me suggestions for how you think I could make Shoutout Sunday better, because I will be looking for a ton of suggestions on how I can improve this series, because I really want to blow this series out of the water. I want to make it something really cool. I want to make it the most important thing on my channel, and I want to hopefully make it something big that, you know, allows me to support other people and allows me to make this community a better place. So I want to hear your suggestions on how I can change Shoutout Sunday and make it a better series. Alright, now the second update that I want to discuss here is with regards to my 1,000 subscriber special, because of course I've been getting a ton of questions about that, and I figured the least I could do is address them here. And unfortunately, I do have some bad news, but I also have some good news with regards to that. So let's go ahead and discuss the bad news first. The bad news, guys, is that I'm honestly just a little bit swamped with work and with real life, with everything, to get you guys a good video or a good set of videos for my special. So what I've decided is I would rather get out a video later on. I would rather wait a little bit to do my special than to get out a video right now that's just half-assed and low quality, because if I got something out this weekend, which I could do, it would ultimately just not be very good. And I want to do something really memorable and really special for my 1,000 subscriber special. So guys, unfortunately, the special is going to have to wait for about 3 weeks, because in 3 weeks my work ends, and after that I will be super free to do anything. So I apologize for that, guys, and I ask for your patience here. The good news, though, is that I feel like what I have planned is really cool. And what I have planned, I have actually 2 things planned. The first thing I have planned for all you Pokemon fans is I'm going to be doing a massive Pokemon Showdown subscriber session, where I'm going to be accepting battles from every single one of my subscribers who wants to battle. I'm going to make it my mission, even if 1,000 people ask me to battle, I'm going to make it my mission to accept battles from every single person who asks me for a battle. And maybe this is a little bit too daunting a task, but I am going to do it no matter how many days it takes. And basically the way this is going to work is for a block of time or a couple of blocks of time, I'm going to be accepting battles from all my subscribers, and at the same time I'm also going to be participating in Skype calls with my viewers or with my subscribers, so you guys can potentially get a Skype call and a Pokemon Showdown battle with me. And during those Skype calls we can talk about anything. We can talk about the battle at hand, you guys can help me strategize, or we can talk about something completely different. And the second thing that I want to do for my special here is I want to do a massive Fallout 4 discussion video. And I'm not really sure how I'm going to go about doing this, but some way or another, I'm definitely going to get all of my subscribers who want to be involved in a massive Fallout 4 discussion video. And I'm still ironing out the details on that, but definitely be looking for that in the future. Then finally, I also promised to reveal my face at some point, and that unfortunately might have to wait a little bit as well. It will have to wait less. I hope to do it within the next 1 or 2 weeks, but I still need to get that video camera. I still need to get a good video camera and get things set up, but I will definitely be revealing my face as well. So just to recap here, I'm going to be doing a massive Pokemon Showdown subscriber session, I'm going to be doing a massive Fallout 4 discussion video, and I'm going to be revealing my face, all as part of my 1K sub special. Finally here, before ending off the video, I just want to quickly discuss my future LPs, because I know that a lot of you here are new, and I have mentioned some future projects in the past, but I'm sure a lot of you haven't seen those videos, so I just want to mention them again here. Now, as I'm sure you guys know, my focus right now is pretty much mainly on Bethesda and Pokemon, as well as, you know, uploading as many manga reviews as I can. And currently, I'm doing a Fallout 3 LP and a Volt White LP. Now, my next Bethesda LP is definitely going to be Fallout 4. Basically, the whole deal with that is I'm going to be doing Fallout 3 until, you know, around mid-fall, you know, until around September or October, and then I'm gonna take a short break, and then I'm gonna do a ton, and I really do mean a ton, of Fallout 4 coverage. I'm gonna be getting out a ton of videos right on release day, and I'm pretty much gonna be spamming your guys' inbox with Fallout 4, so I apologize for that, but I just thought I would give you a heads up. And my next Pokemon LP will probably start around mid-August, maybe at the end of summer, worst case, and my next Pokemon LP is a secret. I have mentioned it before, but my next Pokemon LP is a secret, and I have given a couple of hints as to what it was in the past, and if you guys want a hint, then check one of my previous Shoutout Sunday videos. I will link that in an annotation if I remember, but I'm gonna give you guys another hint as to what my next Pokemon LP is gonna be, and the hint is Balls of Iron. That's all you guys are getting. Alright guys, well that is pretty much gonna do it for this video, and before ending it off, I just want to thank you guys once again for 1,000 subscribers, because it really does mean so much to me. You guys are such an awesome community, and you guys are just so supportive and so awesome in general. I honestly cannot express just how much that means to me. So thanks so much again guys, and I will see you in my next video.